Are you looking for a partner that truly gets digital? At Herd at Marketing, we were born digital. It's not just what we do, it's who we are. From cutting-edge AI solutions to innovative advertising strategies, we lead our clients into the future with technologies that deliver real, measurable results. With over 15 years of lasting partnerships, we're proud to help businesses achieve their goals and maximize ROI every step of the way. If you're ready to take your marketing to the next level, visit herdatmarketing.com today. Herd at Marketing, where digital meets results.
I knew it. Another Herd at Media production.
Well, I want to get started because we got to talk about this. So Bethenny Frankel, she came out and she went in on you. She made several TikTok videos. She called the Real Housewives of New Jersey a trash show. What is your response to this?
Yeah, I didn't know she was talking about me until people started sending it to me because I unfollowed her. So I heard that she got millions of views talking about me.
Yeah.
And then after that, I heard she made 4 more videos talking about me again. So all I have to say is, you know what? Let her make that money on me because she wouldn't be the first.
Yeah.
Dang, mic drop right there.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think her first video talking about you got like 6 million views. And then she continued to keep going and going and going and making more videos about you.
That happens to a lot of people.
And your castmates were not happy either. Like, they were pissed that, she was even talking about the show like that in general. It just wasn't cool.
Yeah, I did. Someone sent it to me. I heard Jen Fessler. Oh, yeah, because I texted with Jen Fessler. I heard Jen Fessler went at her. Mm-hmm. I heard Dolores went at her.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're on speaking terms with Jen Fessler?
No, after I saw that,
okay.
I texted her.
Give us the tea. What did you say to her?
Okay, I would say someone just sent me the TikTok that you answered back, Bethenny, and I said, "Amen to that, sister." I do TikTok it's fun.
Fun.
Yeah, entertaining like other people. Like, it's just fun. Like, you do these dances, whatever it is, TikTok trends. Like, me and Gia just did one. We were at Amazon Live together, and then they told me to do one, like her spinning around when she was younger, like fabulous.
Yeah,
it was cute. And then we did a TikTok with the twins. The twins are like, you're seeing double, like, and I thought that was cute. So we did that. So anyway, this is what Fessler said. She's a horrible woman. Dolores went after her too. And then again, she's a horrible woman, and she should mind her own fucking business. That was Jen Fessler's.
Amen.
And then I said, I know. I said, I know we should have each other's back and not tear each other down. And then she's like, I agree. I saw Gia last week in LA. She's just amazing. You should be so proud.
Aww.
And I said, really yes, nice. I am. Thank you. Yeah, she told me she saw you. And then she wrote, she's a doll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was it.
There's so much hate on social media. How do you, and I've noticed this with you, we've always said this, you don't even know what's going on. How do you block out the noise? How are you able to do that?
Because I believe in who I am, and I'm very confident. And I don't know. I just don't look at it. Yeah, I don't look at it. If I see anything negative, I just hit report. Or if I see something I don't like, block. That's it. Report, block. That's it.
But
Protect
I also
your
feel like,
peace.
Yes. Yeah, no, I know how to do that really well. So,
and I also feel like you're not on your phone like that, where you're on social media.
No, I don't. Yeah. And this is the thing. I would never put something negative out there about someone because I feel like karma. So it does come back to you. So the only thing is karma takes a while. It does take a while.
Right.
So that's why. So I don't do what I wouldn't want done to me. So I would never put something negative out there about someone because I wouldn't want it done to me. So
yeah, no, absolutely.
And listen, I go to church every Sunday. I'm very I was mad at God at one point because of what happened to me.
Yeah.
And now going to church again, and I'm just praying because there is a lot of evilness around me, and like it's like and I'm trying to protect our peace, like our family.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's all I care about is my immediate family. Of course, close friends and but my immediate family, that's like my priority. So yeah, Louis and I go to church. I tell my kids, Adriana started going with me.
Yay.
Yes, and Gabriella went in Michigan. She went to church. She sent me a picture.
Oh, I love
So,
that.
yeah, so I told Gia, because like this is the thing, when you need something, you can't then just ask God. So if you have to just keep going to church and that's it. Just keep praying. Like even if nothing's going on, always pray.
Yeah.
And always have him in your life, and it just makes me feel good. Like yesterday I went to church and I felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best. It sets up your whole week, and then when you don't go, you feel it. You're like,
Yeah, no, like
you feel
Louis
it.
was working and he's like, babe, I have a meeting. He's like, I have a call. I was like, no problem. I'm going for us. So I went and I
love
felt
that.
really great. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the thing. If one of us can't make it and one of us goes, it's fine. Like we're praying for the whole family. So
I just think if people really knew you, they would know how chill you are, and you're all about your family. Because you always get invited to like these movie premieres, like weekly, to every little thing you get invited, but you don't go. So what makes you say like I don't really care to go to these things?
yeah, and listen, maybe if I was in my 20s, like when this all happened, I would have been going to everything. Because see, like Gia goes to everything. She does. She goes to a lot. She gets invited to so many events, and she goes, and she should. She's in her 20s.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, when it happened to me, I had the kids. So to me, my first priority was always the kids, putting the kids first. And what I've learned about all this, being out there, it's like it's a photo op.
Yeah.
A photo op. So that's what it is. And I don't need to, be in every photo op. Like I pick and choose like, where I go, and that's it. That's what and I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I love
Because
that.
that's the thing too. You have to get your hair done, your makeup done,
Yeah.
find an outfit, that whole thing. Yeah, it's like a lot. So
and for what?
And the thing is, I still have Adriana. She's a sophomore. So
Yeah.
I still like picking. I have like 2 more years of this. I pick her up. She gets out of school at 2:10. I pick her up. I'm there for her. I take her in the morning. And now she wants me to take her to the gym. Like today's no school. Today's the last day of Ramadan. So she's like, I need to go to the gym. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like her personal Uber driver, which I don't mind,
And you're like so positive about it, which most moms would be like, this is so annoying. And you you cherish all the time you have with your children. And I love that.
Yeah. Like the other day, I took her and her friends to Saturday, a day party. She's like, Mother's Day. I was like, okay. And so I gave them a ride. They all got dropped off here, and then I drove them.
Have you thought about what that's going to look like for you in the next 2 years when she's ready to go off to college? Like, she's almost there.
Yeah, no, we're definitely gonna. I don't want to say what we're doing yet because I want it to be a surprise, and I don't want to put it out there because I feel like whatever I do, there's people that want to do the same thing, So I don't want to put it out there.
Yeah.
Right. I don't blame you.
So yeah.
A word to describe you that everyone can agree with is resilient. So you went to prison, you were strong about it. There was a TikTok trend. I think I actually sent it to you, and it asked like, what's your favorite horror movie? And hundreds of people used when you came back from prison and the scene where you're hugging your family. And all those videos got millions of views of people saying, this broke me. This was so hard for me. It was like, I don't want to call it iconic because it was your life and it was a lot. But so many people were impacted by it, and so authentic. Everything was so authentic. Before you went to jail, were you like losing sleep? How was it at home? People want to know, like, how was it at home with your ex?
It was fine because I knew Joe didn't mean to hurt me. That was the thing. So that's why I know in my hearts of hearts, that he knew, I knew he didn't mean to hurt me. And he did, this is the thing. At first, he didn't even think they were coming after me. And then all of a sudden, then they started coming after me. It was crazy. So, and then he's like, well, listen, he took full responsibility, but then it's like, because I was Teresa Giudice and I was on the Real Housewives in New Jersey, because again, he had a partner and nothing happened to his partner.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why to me, I like it. The whole system is fucked up. Excuse my French.
Right.
It really is because
Yeah.
it would have sat with me better. That's how I know the system is screwed up because I
Yeah.
would have been better with the whole situation if Joe's partner would have went to jail also. Because
Yeah.
okay, I signed something, so all right, just by signing something, I had to go to jail. Okay, fine, that's fine. You know, because my John Hancock was on that closing,
Right.
but he had a partner
Yeah.
that he was in like partners with so many other
Right.
buildings and houses, you know, and it's like, why didn't he go to jail?
Yeah.
But that's how I know the system's
up.
fucked up.
Yeah.
No, really, it's so fucked up. Excuse my, it is.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. Like, so, and that's why to me, it's sad, but like, that's why you have to pray to God because he's the only person I think that could, you know, there's reasons why. And now I get it. Like, I had to go through that in order to meet Louie. Like, now I finally got my answer. But look, it took a while for me to get my answer because I kept asking, like, why did that have to happen? And you know what? I have to say, I've never been handcuffed. I've never been shackled. I was never behind bars. So, like, God was good to me that way because I wasn't treated like a criminal. Like, it was just, it was like I was at a very easy facility. Like, it was like nothing. It was, you know, it was like, I guess, what do they call cupcake with like camp cupcake, right? Camp cupcake.
Call it camp, yeah.
Like my facility was camp for me anyway. Like it was like camp cupcake, and I worked out every day. I did yoga. I went to church on Sundays. Yeah.
But what was your mindset walking in there? Like, were you
Very strong.
How are you like this? How?
Very strong because I know I was like, I didn't do anything, Roxanne.
Right.
Like, and Shantel, I didn't do anything. So I was like, really, God? I was like, I mean, outside, I have to say, I was in Danbury. It was beautiful. So I watched the 4 seasons because I spent a lot of time on the track. And like sometimes like the camp would get shut down. We would have to stay inside because there was helicopters outside trying to get my photo.
Oh.
So that's where people, like other inmates, would get pissed off at me.
Yeah.
Like they weren't allowed outside. But right before, when I left, Lauryn Hill was in there, and I came in. We missed each other by like I don't know, like days. Yeah. And I heard she like sang for everyone there. It was really nice. Yeah.
Well, when you were like going to sleep, did you have panic attacks, like anxiety? Were you crying?
No, I read a lot of books while I was in there. I wrote my memoir while I was in there, and then it came out and it was a bestseller. I just kept myself busy. I would go to bed at 9 o'clock, get up really early, do yoga, work out. I was constantly working out because like when I came out, I was like so fit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and I used to walk a lot. I did a 10-minute plank, which I said this.
10 minutes?
Yeah, I won a 10-minute plank.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Roxanne, can you even do 30 seconds?
No, I can't even probably do 5 seconds. So that is crazy.
Yeah. So I guess God's trying to give me a break because like, you know, I did do everything. I was very hands-on with the kids, just with everything. And I was like, maybe he's giving me a break. Like, I don't know. And listen, I was flattered that Bravo waited for me for a year.
Yeah.
Like, I have to say, like, that meant a lot to me. You know, it did. And I love that Andy Cohen, you know, was reaching out to me all the time. Like, that meant a lot to me. I'll never forget that. And so, you know, and
you know, you kind of have, it's like a term, they call it toxic positivity, where you turn like any like negative situation into a positive situation. Like you're really good at doing that, and it's a good thing. It's like a good trait for a lot of people to have, but sometimes it can like people say it's okay to feel like what you were feeling. It's okay to be sad, but sometimes because you're strong.
There were some days.
Yeah.
Of course I cried because I missed my kids.
Of course.
You know? Yeah. And I remember like Gia wanted to go to this private school, IHA, an all-girls school. And but see, everything happens, like I always say to people, if it doesn't work out, it's okay. When one door closes, another one opens. because I remember we were both crying in the waiting room. I mean, like in the visiting room when she came to see me. And it was so devastating because she wanted to go to this private school, IHA, all girls school.
Omaha's ultimate corporate golf competition is here. Come out on June 12th at Quarry Oaks Golf Club for the Championship Omaha, presented by Sunburst Communication. This one-day tournament brings together top corporate teams in a non-handicapped two-player format set against the stunning backdrop of Quarry Oaks in Ashland, Nebraska. Teams will compete through 2 unique 9-hole formats, testing skill, strategy, and teamwork. It's more than just golf. It's an exclusive experience with premium hospitality and top-tier networking. Don't miss your chance to be part of Omaha's premier golf event. For details, call 402-333-7620.
Ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to eat in 2 minutes, so you can feel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. Lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor keto meals. Based on a randomized, controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto, results will vary depending on a diet and exercise. This works so well for me as a busy mom of 4 children where I don't have to actually do anything but heat and eat. And the best part is it's so flavorful and delicious. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/TRH50 off and use code TRH50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code TRH50 off at factormeals.com/TRH50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
But I was going to drive her every day, you know, but then how was I going to drive her? I'm not home. So we were so upset. I was crying with her and I'm like, it's okay. You know, when I come home, maybe you'll go next year. But then look at it. She ended up loving Montville High where she went. And but like at the moment we thought it was so devastating.
Yeah.
She really, she was graduating 8th grade and going into freshman year, and she wanted to go to this private school. And, but then look, it all worked out. Like, we were upset, crying, I remember, in the visiting room, but then I was praying to God and it got better. Like it was like, see, we thought that was like so devastating, but it wasn't. Then she went to Montville High and everything all worked out. Yeah. So sometimes at the moment, guys, like if things look you're so upset, like, why is this happening? Just trust the process and whatever God you believe in, pray. And it always, 9 out of 10 times, it always works out.
Yeah.
Love that.
So I have 4 kids. I watch the scenes of you going out and about with your kids. What's your advice to moms with little kids? Because you were able to do this with a smile on your face. I've never seen someone who has more patience than you. How were you able to function and do that and be positive after and go out with your friends in the evening after doing everything for your kids?
I know, guys, because, I didn't grow up around kids at all. Like I didn't have no little cousins, like, because my only cousins is Kathy and Rosie and her 3 brothers, but they were older than us.
Yeah.
And all my other family lives in Italy and Belgium. So, and my mom's a lonely child. So like my father had a brother and a sister that lived in Belgium. They both had 5 kids, but never saw them. I saw them like, I think once when I went to Belgium. Yeah. When my cousin got married. And then my other cousins live in Italy and they're all older than us. My father was the baby of 5 kids. So we're the youngest. So my brother's a baby out of all the, all the, Gorga, cousins.
Yeah.
And so I grew up with no kids. And really my parents, they didn't hang out with anybody that had little babies. They hung out with people like around our ages.
Yeah.
Like the kids around. So I never like really was around kids or even know how to take care of them or anything. I never babysat in my life, nothing. So really when I had my kid, no, you don't understand. When I had Gia, I was calling the hospital. Like I came home, she wouldn't stop crying. So my mother did not stay with me. She didn't. My mother's like, that's your kid. You had your kid. You take care of it. Yeah, I swear my mother did not stay with me. Joe, his ass was sleeping. I was taking care of Gia. So I was breastfeeding and I kept breastfeeding and I didn't have enough milk. That's when I had my little boobies.
Yeah.
I have a little booby. So here I am. I keep breastfeeding every hour because the kid's hungry, but I didn't know. And I'm like, why does she keep crying? And then they're like, but that's what I was doing. Like I was up all, breastfeeding her all the time because she was hungry. So then finally I put her on formula. Like I gave her breast milk and formula.
Yeah.
She needed to eat more.
Yeah.
But I mean, I figured out everything like my mom would give me some advice, but I did it all on my own. Yeah. I mean, like my mom's like, you have to figure it out. And I did. Like my mom didn't want to sleep with me. It's like, at my house, like, cause she was with my dad and my dad, wanted her. So yeah. So I just had to figure it out. And like, trust me, I cried. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? But I figured it out. And like, I was very like with Gia, like I didn't take her out of the house until she was 4 months old.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I took her just to my mom's house. Like I didn't take her to the mall because I waited the 4-month mark and then I started taking her to the mall.
Yeah.
Like I followed all the rules with Gia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was your mom patient with you like you were with your kids?
Well, I don't remember like, yeah, because my mom, she was a housewife, but I remember like if I used to do bad things, like, I used to pick on my brother and then she would like, like spank me or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget one thing. I remember like we lived on the second floor of a 3-family house and I was taking my brother's toys and throwing them out the window. So he would go down the stairs, go in the street, pick up the toy in the street. So my mother's like, oh my God, my kid's going to get run over by a car. So she's telling me to stop. And I guess I wasn't stopping. So finally she ended up like back then, she ended up throwing a wooden spoon, like, the paddles?
Yeah.
And I have a scar right here.
Oh my
God.
Telling me to stop, and I didn't stop, and she threw it,
gosh.
and it hit me right here, and I started bleeding.
Oh my, did she feel bad?
Of course she did.
Yeah,
She's like, don't tell your father, because my father wanted no boo-boos on our face. Like our face was like precious.
Yeah.
So she's like, don't tell your, and I'm like, I didn't. Obviously, I didn't tell my father. But yeah, she was like, because I guess I used to drive her a little crazy,
Yeah. How did you keep, a question that everyone always asks us, you had a huge house, little kids. How did you always keep your house clean?
Well, I had a cleaning lady. At the time, I think I only had her once a week. And I just really, always kept up with it. I did. Like, I had so much energy, guys.
Yeah, how?
Yeah, like I did. I had a lot of energy, and I had a lot of energy, and I still
Were you eating
and I
something?
still had sex with Joe all the time, like every day.
Crazy.
Yes, yeah. Even though Gia was like, when Gia was not, we would do quickies, like, around the house. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm just saying, like, because Gia was sleeping with us a lot. I was just telling her the other day, Gia would cry and like she had to sleep with us every night, and then she would cry till she threw up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if I would put her in her crib and I wanted her to cry, to get her used to like sleeping in her crib, she would cry so much that she would make herself throw up, and then I would have to put her in the bed with us. Then I would have to first clean up the throw up, and then put her in the bed with us. So I used to be like, forget it. I gave up, and I was like, just sleep in the bed with us.
So when did she get out of your bed? How old was she?
I would say not till I had Gabriella, till like 4 years. So she was almost 4, because when Gabriella was born, Gia was 3 years and 9 months. So age.
So she wasn't still waking up in the middle of the night and coming in your room? Because my kids do that. My two oldest.
Gia was sleeping with us.
Oh, she still was sleeping with you? Like at 4 years old, did she still come in your room in the middle of the night?
No, that's when she started sleeping in her bed, because I used to tell her, look at Gabriella's sleeping in her bed.
Okay.
You need to sleep in your bed. And then that's how I did that,
Yeah. See, my kids are like, we don't care. We're still coming in your bed.
I mean, she would still come in, like when she wanted to, obviously, because, we had to make sure the freaking door was locked.
Yeah.
So, my kids never caught us doing any of that. which I'm
Yeah.
glad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
We were,
God.
we were very, very careful. Like, yeah, they never saw their father naked. Like he was like, so like, we made sure of that. Yeah. You know, some people, they make their, I don't, like my kids never saw, they saw me because I'm a girl.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know
Right.
if I had boys, if I would want them to see me. I don't know because I never had a boy. So I don't know.
Yeah. You always had your in-laws over and your parents. Did you ever want alone time, or did it just appear to us on TV that they were always at your house?
I mean, they were, I don't know, my in-laws weren't there all the time, you know, like, you know, if we were filming, obviously, because my in-laws, yeah. Like, you know what they say, in-laws, it depends. They're closer to always the daughter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so they were always at Joe's sister's house more than our house. Of course, my mom, she was at my house more because I'm the daughter, than more than at my brother's house. But yeah, my parents liked to be with us. They did.
Yeah.
Like, and they would just come over for a few hours and they would leave. So,
Yeah.
and that's it. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, I didn't mind it, I guess. But I was so busy. Like, that's what I say. I wish I would have had more time with my mom. Because, like, I was busy with the kids. Like,
Yeah.
you
You're
know, it's like
distracted.
I wish I would have had more time to talk to her. And,
Mhm.
like, just, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
just like, ask her more questions and about her life and everything.
Yeah.
It was just always chaos because I had
Yeah.
like 4 kids and
Right.
running them to their activities and blah blah. It just my kids always did a lot of activities.
Activities,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were. I was not about them just sitting home. Like I liked, you know, they were very very busy kids. Yeah, and so I was like always running.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about Dolores won Traitors. Were you surprised to hear about Dolores winning?
No, I was listen, everybody's, oh my God, that's exciting. You know, yeah, exactly. But I don't see why she wouldn't have won. You know, why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Would
it's
you?
you have to be very strategic, and I think Dolores is. You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think she's learned. You know, especially
Yeah.
being on Housewives,
Right. Yes.
and like I
Exactly.
saw how she was. She was quiet at first,
Yeah.
very quiet, and that's good. See,
Yeah.
'cause
Right.
when you're too
'Cause-
loud, sometimes that's not a good thing.
Yeah, when Dorinda came in, she was too loud. She got axed right away. But they
Right.
came after all the housewives. Like they got rid of them one week after week. So it was crazy. They kept her.
Yeah, well,
And
because she
she
was
wrote it.
quiet. She
Yeah.
was the quietest one out of all of them.
Thank you guys so much for listening to part 1. Now head over to Turning the Tables and listen to part 2.